All right, everyone, you donated for this. You got us this milestone. So it is time for Super Mario World Hit List with Troy. Let's go.
Is that my cue?
Yeah, that is your cue. Hey, Troy, how's it going?
It's going good. I am ready to start this whenever you all are. Can I get a countdown before we start?
Absolutely. I'll give you a countdown from 3. So run will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
All right, thank you. All right, so welcome to Super Mario World. I am the bonus game of the night. This is 11 exit technically. I have done this before. I've done this in practice. I don't think I've ever done this for a showcase before, but it's pretty simple. You go through about a good 10 or so stages, and then, you know, you get to the end, you go through Bowser, you go through Star World, and that's pretty much it. As you can see for this first level, I'm pretty much skipping over everything. Nothing too crazy here. The only thing I don't know is the orb glitch. Actually don't know that, but I did test it, and I can get through this pretty quickly with no issues. For these first few levels, I probably won't be able to go as fast as when I get to Donut Plains, but through and through, this is pretty fun if you know what you're doing. All glitches aside. So if anybody ever wanted to like get into this, you totally could, because it's fun. And beating the game this way is kind of crazy when you think about it. Especially if you know where all the exits are, which is also not easy unless you've played through it a gazillion times. Like one simple playthrough of this game isn't enough to figure out where all the exits are, especially if you've only 100%ed it like once. So, alright, here we are moving on to Yoshi's Island 4. Pretty simple level, obviously. I do a little bit of slowdown here. Kind of do a little bit of that just so I can keep my P speed. But that's like relatively really important. Definitely do not want to lose that. Have to jump over these spike things. Got to be a little careful there. And then here we are at the first castle already. Funnily enough, I actually used to speedrun this game. There was like a category extension. I don't know if it still is an extension, but I think it was called like World 1 for speedrun.com, and you would just get through all the levels in World 1. And then you'd end it at this castle actually. And what I didn't know that I know now is that you can actually beat the Koopaling, Iggy, with, well, at least the way that I do it, is 2 fireballs and then you jump on them for like a super duper quick kill, versus doing it the normal way, which is jumping on them like 2 or 3 times. But that aside.
Interesting tech.
Like that.
I blinked. I missed it.
Yeah, it was pretty smooth, pretty smooth. Alright, now that we're done with Iggy's Castle, we're now going up to Donut Plains. This is where things get really fast. We're going to find us a cape and proceed to ascend to the heavens, known as the secret exits needed to finish. Alright, here we go. our legendary item is right here. And pretty much all you have to do is watch your timing and just fly on through.
More flying. We got time for an announcement.
Sure.
So, chat, you all worked super hard to get the milestone, to get this run unlocked. We have a new milestone open now to unlock 35 more minutes of Doga tonight. This is the bonus prologue DLC run for Neva, the final run of the night. This prologue DLC was recently released, and the run will add 35 whole minutes to the end of the day. So if you want to know the origin story of how Alba and the best dog Neva met, you're going to want to hit $800 total raised, I believe, to get those donations in.
Trick I learned, if I can, it's gonna let me do it. Actually, you know what? No, because I'm gonna end up going under the platform. Don't want that. But you can actually go under like the platform in this water level. Just I learned it in a speedrun that I was watching like some weeks back. But here we are at the Donut Secret House. This level has 2 exits. One of which goes to a pipe leading to another level, and the other one leads to Star World. The great thing about having the cape, actually, in my opinion, it's one of the best items in the game. You can fly just about anywhere if you put your mind to it. Doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, as long as you avoid the enemies, of course. But if you know what you're doing, you can essentially fly anywhere you want. Here we are at the Big Boo fight. Just follow his silhouette. You can pretty much get him from anywhere. I like to stay on the right side more or less than anything because the boos do follow you if you're not careful. We definitely don't want that, since getting hit would be meaning that we'd have to go back and collect another cape, which maybe I should have done that, but I didn't. So we would have to hope that we don't get hit because we'd have to come back. But here we are at Star World 1. The secret here is on the right side. You simply just make sure you have a mushroom power-up or greater here, and you just go all the way down and you find this here key, which takes you to the next level. And here we are at Star World 2 now for this level. Gotta do a little bit of finagling for this one. You're gonna grab this star. And the goal is to not let Yoshi get big. You don't want that. Slows down everything if you do that. And it looks like we succeeded. Okie dokie, now that that's done, here we are at Star World 3. The exit for this level is kind of, it's like up in the air. So what you do is you just fly up here. Insanely simple, can literally be done in 10 seconds if you're fast with it. And here we are at Star World 4. Now here's where things get a little tricky. You know what? For safety measures, I am going to fly this way. I thought about flying lower, but I do not want to do that. In fact, I'm gonna take it a little slower. I think I want to go a little bit slower. Let's just make sure we make it.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, the Koopas? Yeah. All right, so the secret for this one is a little, it's below us. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna slightly go under that and then catch that key, get in that hole, you know what I'm saying? The keyhole. And here we are. At the last exit that we need. Here we are at, what's that? Bowser already. So, here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go in this door right here. If you're looking for a fast route through the castle, this is probably the fastest way to do it. Rooms 2 and 5, remember that one, 2 and 5. And this one's kind of tricky. Oh, that probably messed me up. Yeah, that's okay. Can I get that firefly? Let's go! I squeezed it in there. Let's go! That was so cool. I didn't think I could get that. I thought I was gonna get hit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is pretty much the run. You get through here. No problem. Kick that guy. Kick those guys. And then here we are at Bowser. Fast as you can blink. This fight's kind of weird when you think about it. Because his attack patterns are very strange and can be very strange for first-time players if you're not understanding of how to do this. But basically what you need to do, if you've never done this before, is you wait for him to throw the Mecha Koopas out of his clown car, and then you have to jump on them, and then you have to kick them up at him. Like that. And then every time you hit him twice, he kind of like goes in front of the frame or whatever, and then he leaves and he starts dropping like fire. Which, fun fact, you can spin on these. So if you're ever in a pickle and you find yourself stuck in like a corner or something, you can spin on like the little fire things that he blows out, which is pretty sick because it saves you in a pinch. The only question that leaves unanswered is where these bowling balls come from. I've always wanted to know. I feel that we will never know.
Maybe people should donate with their theories.
You know, that is a wonderful idea. You'll need to figure out where those come from. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that wasn't gonna hit. Alright. So here we are. The fire is gonna come down again, and then his attack pattern is gonna change again. Alright, Peach is gonna throw out the mushroom. Of course we don't need it, but then... Ooh, he's upset now. So you gotta be careful. Quick way to die here. Definitely don't want to do that. You're gonna wait for him to do it again for the Mecha Koopas. Here it is. One. Oh, wait. Oh, let me re-grab. That was sick. And that is it. Time will be when Princess Peach touches the ground. And there you go. That is the game.
GG. That was so good and absolutely worth all the donations. Thank you everyone for unlocking it.
And a thank you from me as well. Because it was cutting it close there.
Yeah, we were talking before the run and Troy was so excited to show us. So I am so glad that you got to show us this because this was super cool. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I look forward to more occasions where I can speedrun different games.
Yeah, if folks want to see more of you and your speedrunning, where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/JustTroyTv. I do a lot of things. Firstly, I do challenge runs, I do no-hit runs. Fun fact about this game. I've actually done this game no-hit 80% with and without power-ups. I'm currently trying to accomplish 100% for this game no-hit. Still trying to get that underway, but I do challenge runs, I do no-hit runs. We play a bunch of community stuff during the week sometimes. the only game I play competitively right now is a Pokemon Puzzle League, if y'all have heard of that one. Started playing competitively last year, currently undefeated. Just won a tournament this past weekend at MomoCon, a convention in Atlanta. So that's the only game I really play competitively. Outside of that, I do a bunch of challenge runs, Deathless. I've done Donkey Kong Country, Deathless, and any percent no hit. I did all that last year. So yeah, I'm pretty I'm a little crazy, you know. We like to live life on the edge over here, but then we like to have fun as well. So
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for coming, doing the run. Huge round of applause for Troy, everyone in the chat if we can. We'll be back very shortly, though, with more No Glitches Allowed. We'll see you all very soon. Wow, what an incredible run that was. Absolutely worth reaching that $700 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. I have been your host, Selkruth Mind, and unfortunately, it is the end of my time on the mic here tonight. You will get to hear me later in the event, though. I do have some runs, but joining me for the moment, I have a lovely friend. Hey, Sporadic, how's it going?
Hey, Sal, I'm super hyped to be here and help raise funds for cute puppies and watch awesome speedruns, of course.
Oh, speaking of which, you know, I was about to say we're $75 away from our next milestone, which is going to be.
Check.
I know.
Check the,
I checked. We're much closer now. We just got more donations coming in. Thank you all for that.
Let's go.
So, as a reminder, if you missed it, at $800 total raised, we're going to get to see a bonus prologue DLC run of Neva. And that adds 35 minutes. That's a lot of marathon to get added.
Yeah, right? I mean, you always want to see more, right? You want to see more no glitches allowed. I want to see more glitches allowed. We all want to help some puppies and we want to watch a puppy, which the run has a puppy. So it's just win, win, win all the way down if we can meet that milestone. And also, because it's a milestone, you don't have to click on a particular incentive. Every donation will automatically go towards it. So all you got to do
Yeah.
is get your donation in.
Indeed, we're only $55 away. So that's very doable. And you're in for an excellent set of games coming up. I know I'm very partial to Ghostland Yard. I also just adore both runners coming up. King J's fantastic, Cutie's wonderful. How are you feeling about them, Sporadic?
Oh, I think we're going to have an amazing time. You know, one of my things that I always do as a host, unless I am familiar with the game already, I don't actually preview things at all so that I can be surprised. So I have not seen
Ooh.
Ghostland Yard. I have not seen Neva. I have only heard things about them. So I'm extremely ready to get my socks blown off.
Well, I am excited for you to get to experience these two fantastic games with these wonderful runners. I'm going to leave this in your hands. Take care, chat. Be kind to our wonderful host, Sporadic Erratic, and our runners. Keep donating. I'll see you around.
Thank you so much, Sal. You did such an amazing job. Always a pleasure to hear you on the host mic. As Sal said, I am Sporadic Erratic. I am here, and our runners are just about ready to go here with Ghostland Yard. But as you heard, we're trying to unlock that milestone incentive. It's pretty great. Let me tell you just a little bit more about it. As we mentioned, it needs to be met by the end of the run, the end of the Neva run, which is our last run of the evening, not of the marathon, but just today. So if we can meet that, we will get to see a bonus 35-minute DLC run that shows off the origin story of how Alba and Best Dog Neva met. But we do have to meet that, so you do have to get your donations in. You can type !donate in the chat to get a link to our donation website right away. All right, I do want to remind everybody about that charity, about the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. No Glitches Allowed 2026 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. So we're helping puppies out. We're watching video games get played extremely quickly. I'm so glad that you're here with me. And by the way, welcome in, Raiders. All right, I have gotten word that our runners are ready to go. So please, please stick with me. That Ghostland Yard any % run is coming right the hecky up.